Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the MACH playoffs. First round, it's the Rider University Bronx against the University of Maryland Terrapins. My name is Mark McClure. I'm joined by Matt Fusillo here for Delaware Hockey Night. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And for at least one of these teams we know, Matt, the University of Maryland, it's win or go home. Rider made 9th in the regional standings, so the likelihood is they're going to get to the regional regardless of what they do here at Iceland, but for Maryland, it's win or go home. Simple as that.
That's absolutely, and Maryland is clearly the underdog here, and Rider won the first two matchups this season. They played each other twice in the regular season. Started off on Friday, November 5th, where Rider won. That was at Fort DuPont home game for the Terps. Rider won that one 6-2. And then a few months later, Saturday, February 5th, Rider won 2-1. So that was just 2 weeks ago here at the Iceland Skating Center. So the Bronx have the upper edge this season against Maryland 2-0.
For Maryland, you have to understand if they're going to win this game, they have got to pick it up on the power play. It's been something that's hurt them all season long. And when you get to the playoffs, we know at every level of this game, whether it's minor league juniors, the NHL, you have to be able to score on the power play to beat teams that have, we'll say, a talent advantage over you, and that's something Maryland has got to clean up here in New Jersey.
The power play has really struggled. I mean, we've been saying that they can't really seem to buy any goals in the man advantage. The penalty kill has not been the issue at all. It's been stellar with those stud defensemen they have. But you think with guys like Liam Eden, Tucker Healy, and they like to throw two guys out in the man advantage, that they'd be able to put the puck in the back of the net, but they have not been able to do that this year.
In addition to that, you look at what Rider has done this year. They've beaten some really good teams, but at the same time they've lost to some teams near the bottom of the conference. We saw them lose to Stevenson twice. They lost to Drexel. Maryland beat all of those teams, and I know we can't really say retroactive victories or anything like that, but I think if it proves one thing to Maryland, they have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Maryland. Maryland's only got 3 or 4 legit goal scorers so far this season. Rider's got a lot. I mean, looking at the roster, they got Dominic Cercio with 21 goals on the year. You got Joey Cole, 15 goals on the year. Chris Waleko, 13. TJ Evan, 15. DJ Suture, 13. I mean, the list goes on. These guys can really score.
And I think if you look at this Maryland team, they're going to be built from the back. That's how they've operated all year. We've mentioned that they've very few goal scorers. My Rider has a whole host of goal scorers. I think the key, when you look at Maryland, is the back line, the defensive pairings, and particularly the man we're going to see in net, Henry Pelletier. He's been the rock for Maryland all year, just a tad under 90% save percentage this year. Not great numbers, but he plays with an energy that a lot of defenders and the bench, you can see it, they feed off of his energy in net and his communication. Yeah,
he really feeds off the energy, and it's going to be interesting to see how these two goaltenders match up. They played each other previously, as we stated earlier, but I think penalties are going to be another big factor. Last 2 games against these teams, there have been a lot of penalty minutes, both teams racking them up. They got a lot of guys that have spent a lot of time in the sin bin so far this season, whether that's against each other or against separate opponents.
On the other side, we're going to see Eric Lineman in net. The Terps saw Lineman in that first game at Fort DuPont. Ended up losing by 4 goals in that game, so they're going to look to get to him early in this game, Matt. And I think the first goal of this game is going to be the big one, because we saw these teams play a really tight game a couple of weeks ago. That first goal is going to be pivotal for whichever side picks it up.
Yeah, and that's really been how Maryland runs, is by momentum this entire season especially. So you normally see them respond well during intermissions and pep talks and things like that. So this first goal is going to be huge for the Terps. Try and get an early lead. And with Rider, they got so many guys that can put the puck in the back of the net. So if they do get an early lead, the Bronx, then they can really run away with it with their other goal scorers.
For Rider, name to keep your eye out on the offensive end for C.J. Perkins. Perkins played a really good game against the Terrapins last time out. He scored both goals in that game here at Iceland 3 weeks ago. So Maryland has got to make an adjustment based on what they saw from him last time they played the Bronx.
Yeah, Perkins, 24 games played this year. He's got 7 goals, 13 assists. He's another big points guy for the team wearing white today, the Rider Bronx. And as you mentioned, he did have a great game against the Terps. For the Terps, it was Ryan Haight, the defenseman, that scored the only goal of that game. And that was 2 weeks ago here in New Jersey.
Joe Carter, we've talked to him before, Maryland's head coach. He has really specified not getting tired. It's been his biggest thing for this team, not losing the energy that they have early in games. We've seen them struggle a lot late in periods, the last 3 minutes of a period, the end of games in general, and they can't do that here as an underdog against the Rider Bronx. It's got to be a full 60 minutes today.
Yeah, I mean, Maryland gives up a lot of goals in the last minute of play in the period, even the first minute of play in the period at times, which is really not a good sight, especially for a coach. You just don't like that. And talking to Coach Carter throughout the entire season this year so far, he's really emphasized the 60-minute play, the full 60 minutes. That's really what he wants out of these guys. And both Maryland and Rider, they both lost out on a season last year because of COVID. So these are guys that haven't skated in the collegiate level last year. No one here has. So it takes time. I mean, you got to get the wheels moving and everything like that. So
winner of this game gets a spot in the semifinal where they will play the Rowan University Props. The Props won today over Drexel 3-2 and was a very exciting game in the earlier window here on this ice. And then on the other side, Penn State beats Delaware 4-1 in the early window over there. During this window, it will be Liberty Stevenson, the farthest seeds apart in this one. Liberty didn't lose the game in conference all year versus Stevenson near the bottom side of the conference as we approach a minute until face-off here at Iceland. Both teams just finishing these warm-ups, and we've talked about this before, at least for Maryland. Haven't talked about it necessarily, but it's something that you see a lot in playoff games where you know it's win or go home. How do you think the desperation factor is going to play into this game? Because you know that Maryland, they're going to be fighting and clawing and scratching at every spot they can.
And, you know, it's one weekend. Every team makes the playoffs, so everyone's got a shot at it. We're going to see all teams in the conference playing this weekend. I mean, half of them have already played, so 2 teams are already eliminated. And, I mean, the guys, at least Maryland, they came up here today. Rider, this is their home rink, so both teams just came up today. And for Maryland, they'll be staying here if they win. You really want to stay on top of it. I mean, this weekend is all you got. It's not like you come back again next week or so. Every game this tournament will be played within a span of 3 days. So it's a big matter of energy as well. You want to put out your best energy. It's a playoff game, but if you keep winning, you got 3 back-to-backs as well.
Both teams will clean up. Pucks in front of the net as we're just about ready for the pregame announcements. And then we'll have puck drop right after that. So we'll let you listen into the ambience of the rink here pregame. And then we'll have puck drop right after that here on Delaware Hockey Night.
At center, number 5, Tucker Healy. At right wing, number 12, Patrick Prudowski. At left defense, number 7, Tyler McAvoy. At right defense, number 3, Ryan Hayes. And in goal, number 30, Henry Pelletier. And now the starting lineup for the Rider Bronx. At left wing, number 14, DJ Suker. At center, number 12, TJ Evans. At right wing, number 22, Tyler Giborowski. At left defense, number 73, Michael Jinks. At right defense, number 18, Michael Delfera. And in goal, number 30, Eric Lyman. We ask that you now please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to play some hockey, some playoff hockey in particular. Let's give you today's starting lineups if you didn't quite hear them over the PA system during the pregame announcements. We'll start with the Rider Bronx, the team hosting this tournament. On the wings, we have DJ Suker and Tyler Giborowski. In the center, it's TJ Evan. In the first team defensive pairing is Michael Jinks and Michael Dalfara, the two Michaels. And Eric Lineman is in net for Rider. On the other side for Maryland, it's Liam Eden. He'll work out there with Tucker Healy and Patrick Beganowski, who jumps back to the first line from the second. And then the usual first team pairing on defense is Tyler McAvoy and Ryan Haight. And Henry Pelletier will man down the fort between the posts as we're just about ready for playoff hockey here at Iceland Skating Center in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Mark McClure, Matt Fusillo here for Delaware Hockey Night. The first period is brought to you by First State Ice Hockey, committed to building the next generation of youth hockey players under the philosophy of one state, one goal. Learn about their classes, clinics, and events, as well as their partnership with the Junior Blue Hens by visiting firststateicehockey.com. We are underway. Let's play. Here's Eden. He rips a shot in and a quick glove save made by Lineman just 7 seconds into the contest.
And Maryland tests Lineman a little bit early, just a few seconds into this one. Gonna face off to the goaltender's left.
It's Healy digging in there against Evan here, and it's going to be Evan that wins that face-off for Rider. Backhanded around for Michael Dalfara. Goes around to Jinks. Jinks couldn't get it clear out. He recollects it behind the net. Pressure being put on by Eden. Jinks still under pressure, tried to clear it. Went off the stick of Healy, now out to the point. McAvoy held it in. Now it's intercepted up the right side. Giborowski gives it up Suker. Suker tries a shot and a save made by Pelletier. Both goaltenders getting involved early, 30 seconds in.
Suker shot tips off the stick of Ryan Haight, looks like, straight into the gut of Pelletier. Little shoves after the whistle.
We're going to see some physicality. This is playoff hockey. You're most certainly going to see physicality out there. And it's going to be welcomed by everybody, I think. As Rider wins this faceoff, it goes out to the left point here. Eddie Coyne tries a shot. It goes off the shoulder of Pelletier. As he stands up again, Maryland able to clear out towards center. Nicholas Padula brought it back in, but it went straight to Hunter Airy, and then Airy stretches it forward. It goes off the stick of Steinberg, recovered by Boston, who's back in the lineup today after a concussion on senior night against Drexel. Rister comes in from distance here. That one padded towards the corner by Pelletier. It was Chris Waleko on the shot. Out to the high slot, wristed in. That one goes high by Joey Cole and ends up in the glove of Pelletier with 18:54 to go in the first period. A lot of action both ways here early.
So Andre Baza, number 8 in black, he's back after his injury a couple games ago, and Chase Wilson is also back after being injured too. He'll be playing in the 4th line.
Yeah, he was hurt in that game against Navy at the Crab Pot. We thought it looked like he might be done for the season. They'd listed him as doubtful for this one, but he manages to suit up and play as this one gets flipped in from distance. It goes off the glove of Pelletier, but he'll keep this play alive. Ryder swarming out there, making it difficult as Muirhead pushes this one out towards center. Fired right back in by Dalfara. Maryland has to chase after it in the corner. Tried to flip it clear, but it was held in by Giverowski. Ray McNamara in the corner. He's pushed down. He's just trying to cover the puck and take up space. It's a good tactic for McNamara, just taking up space when you're down on the ice. Piper Holman takes control of the puck. Now DePoy tries to get it clear. Goes all the way to Muirhead. He gets it out towards center. It's picked up by Trevor Drake. Scored his first open ice goal in that game against Towson in the consolation game of the Crab Pot tournament, but has it poke checked away here. The puck flipped into the netting near center ice. Actually held up there by the glass, but unfortunately the referee does not quite have the vertical to get up there and snag that one, and they'll have to get a fresh one off the benches.
So Trevor Drake get a chance there. He's carrying the hot stick. He scored in the Crab Pot, a Maryland tournament. The Maryland fell in the first round to Navy last Friday. And then they finished in 3rd place after beating the Towson Tigers last weekend on Saturday, that was.
Up the near side, Ryder trying to stretch it, getting it down into the corner. Opportunity here for Cole to try and center it. Try to backhand it from a real tight angle. It went off the backside of the net. Now to the right side, a shot comes in from there. Save made. Warzinski had that shot in, but Pelletier was equal to the task. Padula in his own zone. Gives it up here for Cole. Pressure being put on by Healy. Gets it past him, though. Now here's a breakout here for Justin Rauch. Rauch is shoved into the boards by Haight. McAvoy sends it off the far boards. Warzinski shot in, took a redirect, and came out to the neutral zone. It's a chase down in the Ryder zone. Padula had it knocked away by Beganowski. Now in front, Beganowski right on the doorstep, and 2 nice saves made by linemen.
I think Maryland is going to have to be very fast this evening, as they have been so far. They're going to really need to skate and generate that offense. Look at Ryder. This is their home rink, so Maryland obviously could have those tired legs traveling 3 hours this morning here. Ryder have that home field advantage here. Also got the fans to defend them, so Maryland is really playing as visitors here, even though every game is at the same location. So Maryland's going to really need to use their energy and their speed today.
Steinberg picks the puck up for Maryland and ends up behind the net. Goes out to the left point. Tomaszewski gives it up for Steinberg again. Steinberg trying to get a backhander in front. Warner got off of his skate. Now it flies out towards the slot. Steinberg couldn't hold it in, and it comes out to the near side boards. Suker lays a big hit down on Airy, throwing his body around. A much bigger man Airy is, but he managed to throw a decent hit there on the big Terps defender. Puck flips neutral zone. Airy has it. Shots tied at 4-piece so far. We've had a really nice pace going in this game. Both teams flying around as we have another big hit by a Ryder. That time Cole Schneider with the hit. Maryland's responding to this physicality. Airy rifles one in from long distance. Easy save in the end for Lyman as he just directs it behind his own net. Schneider works the clear up the near side. Drops it back behind the net for Jinks. Jinks' pass up was tipped. Couldn't get it straight out of the zone. Now it's held in by Andrew McMenamin, the 4th liner for the Terrapins. Back again for Jinks. He backhands it in open space, but McMenamin picks it up. Wanted to pass across, but it was deflected off a skate of a Rider defender. Shot comes in from distance. It goes way wide into the corner. Maryland trying to keep it alive, but it took an awkward hop off Landon Nguyen's stick. Now it's a foot race down the other end. Icing waved off as it was a close one. Perkins gets down there. He throws himself into the boards. Then he gets hit by Tomaszewski, but this is going to be a penalty. An elbowing call against Daniel Tomaszewski. First power play for either side. It goes to Rider, and Maryland will have to kill early as Tomaszewski comes to the box for elbowing.
Tomaszewski, a MACH all-defense nominee. He's having a great rookie season. He's only a freshman, so continue to grow in his game, but obviously takes an elbowing call there, so he'll sit for 2.
Draw goes to Rider. They're going to look to take advantage of that early penalty by Maryland. It's a redirected shot. It went wide. Not sure if Pelletier got a piece of it or not. Cole keeps it alive. Still keep working it around. Coyne gave it off for Evan. Behind the net, Cole again. Cole goes up to the left side. Suker, a shot at it, redirected in front by Perkins, but a save made by Pelletier. He's been busy here with the first 25 seconds of this power play. Here's Coyne, thought about a one-timer. Instead goes across for Suker. DJ Suker behind for Cole. He's hit against the boards by Haight. Haight looks like he cracked the lumber there. Can't play with a broken stick as Perkins tries a shot. It goes right into the chest of Pelletier.
No problem for Pelletier there as he swallows up that puck and will cover. He's been pretty good this season at not allowing rebounds.
Face-off won by the Bronx. Again, they've got all of it going on right now. They've won a lot of the face-offs, but a good block there by Tucker Healy to force Rider back into their own zone. That one went off a foot and goes to Muirhead. Stays with the penalty kill unit. With Healy, those two have been really effective. Mostly because Muirhead is just such a distractor out there. You can see him knocking the stick on the ice, trying to distract everybody.
They call him Brad Marchand for a reason. That's Muirhead. You see him there.
He'll do anything he can to get in your head. As looks like we're going to have a second penalty. This one on Muirhead. It's going to be 5-on-3. Didn't catch the call. But 5-on-3 over 46 seconds. Not the way Maryland wanted to start this game.
Looked like he slashed the stick out of Eddie Coyne's hand. And the stick just flies down into the ice. Muirhead was saying that he just gave him a little tap and it happened to come out. He doesn't think it should be a penalty, but
wrist shot in, save made. That was Coyne on the shot, Pelletier on the save. It was a slash, the call. Still alive. Maryland's got to burn a whole host of time, but if they can get out of this without a goal, they'd be really appreciative. That's a great poke check there by Liam Eaton to get it out to the neutral zone. Coyne leads his troops in. 13 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Tomaszewski getting ready to join the kill unit. Trying to get one more shot off. Here is Coyne. Drifts in. Fanned on the shot attempt. It's loose in the crease, and Maryland gets it out of danger. And Chevy gets off the bench quickly. Gets to the bench, I should say, and Beganowski joins the penalty kill. That's a great play there by Eden to get down and block the incoming shot from Suker. Still a minute left on the power play. Coyne gets a back pass off to Cercio, a shot in. That one turned clear. And now an opportunity here as Maryland will be able to get a full-fledged clear out of area. It goes off the pad of lineman. He was forced into action there as Warner gets on the ice for the Terps. Just trying to keep the puck in the Rider end for the duration of this penalty kill. Rider does come up with the puck. Suker is able to beat Beganowski and bring it to the corner. He'll be tracked down there by McAvoy, and he gets a massive hit in there, but it was not legal according to the official. And this is a delayed penalty coming up here, and we will get the call. McAvoy heads to the box. The penalty. Boarding is the call. So unfortunately for Maryland, they'll end up here in another 5-on-3. And this is just not what Joe Carter was looking for at all.
No, I mean, that's exactly what we were saying before the game. You got to stay out of the penalty box. This is the team that takes a lot of penalties. Saw it in the crab pot last weekend.
Shot in another glove save made by Pelletier. Denies Sucre there, and he's going to be the key of getting them through these two penalties is going to be Pelletier.
And Muirhead is a guy that takes a lot of penalties. I believe this is his 57th penalty minute of the season, so it's really no surprise there. But McAvoy, it's only his 3rd penalty of the year, so it's a little bit surprising to see him go, especially for a boarding call. But that is what it is. He doesn't like the call, but referee clearly felt otherwise, so they're just going to have to deal with it and kill off penalties.
They wave off icing here. Maryland won, and it didn't get the call. Cole gets down there. As Maryland gets it back to 5-on-4. Again, Muirhead joins the kill. Sucre gets the puck near his own blue line. Goes to the near side. Dalfar, he's trying to beat Airy. It's poke checked away by Bieganowski. He gets control of it, and he flips it clear. Goes off the pad of linemen and into the corner as Maryland will get a fresh killing group on. There's a hit by Warner on the far side of the ice as it goes back into the Rider zone. 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the second penalty. Here's Evan. He brings it in past the blue line, but one of the Bronx was ahead of the play. And with 11:24 left, we'll get a stoppage after a lot of action there. Delaware Hockey Night is presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. That's 302-565-6132. Puck into the Maryland end towards the corner. It goes out to the left point. Here's Coyne. Thinking about a shot. Drifts in. He'll try and get a deflection, but it actually goes off a Maryland stick and into the netting. That was Ray McNamara getting involved.
So you got 44 seconds left on this McAvoy penalty. So far, the penalty kill has been strong. Already 9 shots in the game for Ryder. And as we said, the penalty kill has been really good, but you can't keep taking these penalties because at some point Ryder's going to cash in.
Yeah, especially in the 5-on-3 chance. They've had 2 in this game so far, but Maryland's kept them off the scoreboard so far. Here's Coyne, drifts in, shot goes wide. Off the back glass. Into the corner, back to the right point. Pass across Coyne. Waits, fires, tried to get it in on the short side, but it was walled off there by Pelletier, and then Maryland flips it clear with 15 seconds left on the kill. It's been a tremendous job here in the first 10 minutes. They could have been down 2 goals at this point easily.
Yeah, and that shot saw a little bit of an opening, blocker side, fires it just wide. Looks like it hit the back of the twine there, so just missed.
So Maryland was going to consider themselves fortunate that we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. There's 10:20 left in the first period, and there is no score. 9 shots to 4, though, but it's been a pretty even game when it has been 5-on-5 hockey. Healy in his own end, picks it up, and he'll start the attack, gets it up to Drake. Drake's cross-ice pass was tipped, picked up by Airy. He blows a skate there. Gets it back up, though, and gets the puck here. He drifts it wide on a shot. Healy recovers it. He is absolutely nailed up by the Ryder bench, and pleading innocence is Dominic Curcio, but unfortunately it looks like he's going to the box. Curcio is disgusted by the call. But, I mean, there's been some heavy hits here, both sides, but unfortunately right now the ref's just not letting it go.
Yeah, that one's going to be a cross-check. We saw penalties last game. I believe these are the same refs as last game. And
so now Maryland gets an opportunity to want to kill the whole game. Now they get to be on the power play, and they will set things up. As we mentioned in the pregame, this has not been a great group for Maryland. Not been very successful, at least to say. Here's a pass for Bieganowski to Tomaszewski, back to Biegs, as they call him on the Maryland team. Out McAvoy, gets it over for Healy. Centered, Eden, he scored! Liam Eden gives the Terrapins the lead. 9:25 to go in the first period, and they scored on the power play. It's the captain doing it again. Leads the team in scoring so far this season. That's his 17th of the year's 31st point, and he's the guy that gets the Terps on the board.
Lucky number 17 for Liam Eden. He just get the puck to the center of the net, and he just shoves the garbage straight past the goal line. That's what he does best. Not the biggest of guys, but boy, is he strong. He just shoves that puck right past the goaltender lineman, and Maryland will grab a 1-0 lead.
1-0 Maryland, as we're going to have a delayed penalty coming up here against Maryland again. My goodness, the Stripes have been busy in this game, as we'll get the stoppage here and we'll get the call. It's a trip. Looks like they're going to send, looks like Steinberg.
It will be Steinberg, the unlucky party.
So after Maryland scores on the power play, they immediately give up a penalty. So Ryder has an opportunity to tie this game back up, but Maryland won the faceoff, so McAvoy was able to shovel this one clear. DePoy putting pressure on down there, and Chris Walejko, but Walejko gets it loose for Dalfara. Dalfara goes across for Warzinski. Warzinski up to the near side. DePoy trying to collect. It's poked out again towards the point. Dalfara goes across for Schneider. Now into the right corner. Walejko, a shot. It's loose in front of Pelletier. He took him a moment to realize where it was, but he did get the glove down on it.
Yeah, puck slowed up in front of him. It was a little bit of a change-up, but he was able to slide over in time to make the save. And if I'm Ryder, really got to try and put the puck in the back of the net with this man advantage. Maryland is 1 for 1 on their power play. If you're the Bronx, you can't go 0 for 4.
Draw. Goes to Ryder. They'll work it around. Walejko to Dalfara. Finds its way back. Walejko tried a shot blocked by Eden. Here's Roush. Christopher from the point. That one may have caught a deflection, but either way, Pelletier makes the save.
And Ryder will get 5 fresh power play men on the ice. Their PP unit number 2. Looks like it's only Warner, the only man that will come on for the Terps. Still a 5-on-4 for 101.
The draw. Again to the Bronx. They've done well on the draw for the most part on the power play, but they give it away straight. Away off the face-off win, and then it's cleared. Lyman has to play the puck. Sends it towards Warner. Warner lost it, and now Perkins goes the other way. Perkins loops around the net, goes out to the right circle, and the shot goes wide from TJ Evan.
TJ Evan, one of those really big goal scorers for the Bronx. He got 15 goals this year, 18 assists too. So you got to watch out for that one. That time it was a very quick shot that just blistered into the glass.
And this will just be dumped in by Evan. Here's Cole. Cole's shot that caught a little bit of airy on its way in, and this will be knocked into the netting. Stoppage with 7:16 to play and 9 seconds left on the power play for Ryder. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. As the draw goes the way of Ryder. Warzinski's shot comes in. It was blocked, then it went out to the right side. Walejko's had it denied, and then he gets it again and is denied.
Yeah, shot goes off the right pad of Pelletier, and Bozin tried to clear that one out, but Roush got to the puck, was able to get the rebound.
Exactly 7 minutes to go in the first period. Maryland has a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Liam Eden. Face-off, won by Ryder. Shot in from Warzinski, and another cover here from Pelletier. This quick 5-second burn there. But The good news for the Terps, to kill off another penalty, they've turned Ryder away for the most part on all of these penalty kills.
Yeah, 4 times. Tomaszewski, Muirhead, McAvoy, and now Steinberg all come out unscathed.
Deflection in front there from Waleko. Couldn't get it on the front of the net there. Now it's fought for in the neutral zone. Cole gets it. Brings it past the blue line. Beats his defender, crashing the net. But it's a great job covering the post by Pelletier. And he goes down.
You see Piper Holman, the veteran on this team, showing support for his goaltender. A little extracurricular activity behind the play, but nothing serious at all.
Transfer in from RPI in New York.
Got a lot of hockey experience under his belt, but obviously same situation as everyone else last year, was not able to play.
Man's been all over the place. Grew up in New Mexico, college in New York, and now graduate school at Maryland.
He's a journeyman, Piper Holman.
He's seen it a lot, and it's good playoff experience. RPI regular winner out of the ACHA Division II as the shot comes inside of the net, covered by lineman.
Lineman getting tested a little bit. Hasn't really been tested that much, especially compared to Pelletier. Shots are 15-6 in favor of the Bronx. Besides that one Eden goal, hasn't really had too much in front of him so far today.
Little bit of cheating going on that face-off.
And it's Muirhead as well.
Yeah, trying to just do whatever he can to get a little advantage here. This is a save made by lineman, and he gets knocked in the head. His helmet came off, and some of the Bronx didn't appreciate that. Maryland again was crashing the net from the far side post.
Muirhead put a stick into the helmet, trying to give it back to the lineman out of courtesy. Couldn't even get the helmet off the stick. Now Muirhead picks up the puck. Maybe he's trying to gain some approval from the officials here. He's an edgy player. Not sure what happened there. I don't know how the mask came off. I couldn't see.
It looked like there was a stick that got caught up in maybe the underside or possibly the cage, and it came flying off, and lineman ended up tossing it aside. They don't really want goaltenders playing without headgear on, so they blew the play dead. As we will go to the left of lineman for this face-off. It'll be DePoy against Schneider. DePoy end up losing the face-off. Actually, it was flipped into neutral ice by the Bronx. Maryland recovers with Trevor Drake at the far side. He goes down trying to collect this puck. The other side, Schneider is shot, blocked by Tomaszewski. Here's Perkins. Perkins gave it up for Cercio. Cercio flipped it clear, or tried to, in towards the slot. Puck pops up again, but this time it does catch some of the netting down there behind Pelletier. And we'll have another stoppage with 5:45 to go. Make a truly American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road, Claymont, open Monday through Saturday. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit SidsBarbecueandJerky.com. Another cover here by linemen. Or check that was actually icing against the Terrapins.
I want to go back to that last play. You talk about Ari and Tomaszewski, that second defensive pairing for the Terps. We talk about this time and time again, but they've really molded in well together, especially with Ryan Haight and Tyler McAvoy, two seniors that are leaving after this year. You'd think they'd slot in together as the first pairing for next year. They've been so good together, the junior and freshman. Not afraid to block shots. They both shoot the puck. Both get some points to their name as well, so they've got some offense in them, but they've been rock solid on the blue line this year.
Looks like we had offside called here against Ryder, so we go back to the neutral zone for a face-off as Maryland will get their first line back on. As will Ryder. They'll leave their first line out there, so top groups out there. Face-off won by Ryder. Coyne ends up with it at the far end boards. Dumps it in behind. Pelletier will hold it. He'll play the puck up the near side for McAvoy. McAvoy couldn't get it out clear. Goes into the corner. Ref has to find his way out of that mix. Now here's Healy. Healy tried to get through 2 defenders, and he got smoked trying to get between them. Here's Suker. Puck went over for Giborowski. He dumps it into the corner as a big hit laid behind the net there by Haight. 4.5 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Maryland. Eden with that goal on the power play. Healy far side for Beganowski. Dumps it into the corner onto a chasing Eden. Over to Beganowski again. Tried to beat him on the short side, but lineman makes the save. This one flips out towards the blue line. Eden holds it in. Shot from distance is sticked up into the netting by lineman with 4:11 to play in the first.
Oh,
Shots 15-9.
Ryder got a pretty even game so far. Ryder almost double in the shots department, but Maryland's got the 1-0 lead. It's been back and forth hockey. Been pretty physical. I think we expected that going into this one, but regardless of the score, it's been a pretty even game so far.
The main reason for the shot discrepancy is honestly that Maryland spent more time on the kill this period. Outside of that, even hockey game. This one catches the stick of Drake and goes into the Ryder zone. Picked up there by Nicholas Padula. He tried to backhand it clear. That one caught a piece of Trevor Drake, or I'm sorry, DePoy, as it came clear. Now it's dumped into the Maryland zone. Pelletier's been a lot more aggressive trying to play the puck in this game than we've seen in games past. Both teams throwing bodies behind the net, trying to get control of this puck. Maryland gets it in the end. They go up to Mirhan, but it hops over his stick, and he'll just have to go to the bench. Maryland gets a fresh line on, and Ryder recovers in their own end. Warzinski's pass is tipped by Warner, and then it goes in to the Maryland zone. Harry takes it behind the net, beats one pursuer, tries to beat another and get a pass up the far side, but he can't find Steinberg. Loose in the neutral zone, Maryland gets it again. Shot from distance, save made by lineman on Airy. Ryder again will try and quickly start a rush, but a pass a little bit too long there, and Piper Holman sends it back into the offensive zone. Warner plays the puck, but he was offside, and that kills the play with 2:46 to go in period number 1.
For those of you that are watching at home, this is our first time calling a game this season on the same side as the benches, and I'd like to imply on that you're able to hear things that you can't otherwise hear on the other side, which is very good from a broadcaster perspective because you get to know how the players react to their lines, any advice for teammates, how they feel about penalties, stuff like that. It's very useful in analyzing the game. You get to know the players' thoughts directly. We did that in that last game as we're calling the Rowan and Drexel game. Very interesting being able to hear that from up here.
Jenks from his own zone gets it up to Perkins, the Philadelphian. His back pass, it was towards Jenks, but Jenks was not there waiting that pass. Healy nearly took advantage, but Jenks got it back. Flips it up, nearly gloved down by Beganowski, finds the neutral ice, and then Piper Holman dumps it in. Maryland had a tag up, so that lets Ryder move it towards the neutral zone, but it finds the stick of Ray McNamara. He goes across for Holman. Holman long pass towards Eden. He tips it into the offensive zone. Stopped behind the net by lineman. It's picked up. Michael Dalfara starts the rush. Lays it back, Suker. Wrist shot from the left circle, went just a tad wide. Rebound chance came in. Easy save in the end there for Pelletier as we're under 2 minutes left here in the first. Coyne at the left point. Gets it tied up in his skates, and the puck got over the blue line, so he has to wait. He'll go back to Nicholas Padula straight off the bench, but Padula has a poke checked away by Muirhead, trying to get it onto the stick of Drake, but he's just a tad late, and Suker was able to get there first. Suker to Giborowski. Giborowski dumps it in. Holman trying to get possession of this puck, throwing that big body around. Ends up at the point here for Coyne. Coyne high slot shot, blocked by Muirhead, and he'll lumber off the ice. Looks like he got the worst end of that one.
That's a big-time block.
And Maryland able to get it clear. This is going to be icing, however, against the Terrapins. And with 1:02 left in the first period, we'll come back in for a Terps defensive zone face-off.
So you'll see Ryder make a few changes here. Maryland obviously has to stay out there. The team that commits the icing.
1:02, face-off. Goes to Ryder, minute left in the period. Puck drifts out to the neutral zone. Here's Steinberg trying to beat his defender. A shot comes in. That's a nice pad save made there by Lyman. Now it's loose in front. Can Steinberg get on it? Now Water trying to poke it in. And then we'll have extracurricular activities after the whistle. That was a bad giveaway. Nearly resulted in a Terps goal. Steinberg, good speed the other way. Shot in, and then Water tried to poke it in, but a little too long for the Bronx.
And you see Water and Steinberg trying to whack at the mattresses, as you like to say, of linemen. Trying to find that loose puck, but he was able to gobble that up, and looked like he had pretty secure. So obviously draws the attention of the defense for Ryder.
Terps with a 1-0 lead. 45 seconds to go here after the face-off. It's won by Maryland. Back pass there by Bosin. Goes into the Maryland zone. Pelletier's going to play it. He'll hold it. He'll pass up towards Warner. It's off the back of his stick. Maryland couldn't get it clear. It's held in at the blue line. Goes in behind Pelletier. Walejko backhands it in front, and they scored! Justin Roush off a good back pass. Finds the back of the net, and we are tied at 1 with 28 seconds left in the first period.
Oh, that's a quick goal. Pelletier just cleared the puck, and Ryder was able to pry that out. Just generating the offense immediately, and they just put the puck in the back of the net. We got a tie game at 1.
Face-off one by Ryder. It's quickly dumped in by Nicholas Padula. Puck goes behind the net. Loose in front. Shot comes in. It was blocked through a bunch of traffic in the slot. Out at the point. Rister in from downtown. Save made, and they scored! Oh my goodness, what a goal! TJ Evans scores from the ice. Was not even on his feet, and he scored that goal with 6.8 seconds left. And Ryder takes a 2-1 lead.
That's a really nice goal by TJ Evans. He just kind of cradled it like that Alex Ovechkin type of move, and he just drags it right into the net. I think that's a good way to describe it. Had Pelletier beat, and just scoops it right in.
And now Maryland's going to see out the end of this period as the horn will sound. 2-1 the score. We'll take a look at how that one came down. Maryland scored the first goal with Liam Eden, and then 2 goals for Ryder in the last 30 seconds gives them a 2-1 lead. Those 2 goals for Ryder were
Justin Roush and TJ Evan.
For Roush, that was his 10th goal of the season. For Evan, his 16th. I did actually check that for Roush. No, that was goal number 10. So that's how it breaks down for the Terrapins. But, Matt, what did we talk about? Goals in the last minutes of periods, and it haunts the Terps again. 19 great minutes of hockey. They have a 1-0 lead, and somehow by the intermission they're down 2-1.
Yeah, normally they give up 1 goal in the last minute. This time it's 2, so even worse. But, I mean, really, you got to string together a full 20-minute period, a full 60-minute game if you're Maryland. They just really, really struggle with that all season long.
So we'll take a break here on Delaware Hockey Night, go to intermission. The Terps trail the Ryder Bronx 2-1 through 20 minutes of play here in the first round of the MACH playoffs. We'll be back for the start of the second after the break.
Over the past 25 years, Colonial Motors has connected countless Delawareans with pre-owned cars to satisfy every purpose and budget. Find your next vehicle at one of 3 convenient locations or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions, including writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media management, multimedia production, consultation, and more to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele. Learn more at 412communications.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at FirstStateIceHockey.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Welcome back to Iceland. My name is Mark McClure. I'm joined by Matthew Sillo. We are in the first round of the MACH playoffs here in New Jersey, hosted by the Rider University Bronx. Terrapins and Rider, the 3-6 matchup. It is a 2-1 game. It's really a tough one for Maryland. They play 19 minutes of solid hockey, burn off a couple of 5-on-3 penalties, pick up a goal on the power play to have a 1-0 lead. Then 19 and a half minutes into the period, they give up 2 goals in the last 30 seconds, and they find themselves behind somehow, some way.
It's the repeating theme this season for the Terrapins. They play great period of hockey, but they can't string together the full 20. It's incredibly important in ice hockey. You got to play the full 20, not 19:30, not 19, whatever it is. It's got to be 20. And time again, it just goes to show, give up those last-minute goals, it just doesn't cut it. And then that time they gave up 2. Now they're down by 1.
The second period is brought to you by the Hooper family, proud partners of the Delaware Hockey Night, helping us bring you wall-to-wall coverage here from the MACH playoffs. As we're ready for period number 2, Maryland will send in Tucker Healy, and he'll go up against TJ Evan. Maryland wins the opening draw. They're in the black, going right to left here in period number 2. Ryder in the white, going left to right here in the second. They lead 2-1, and Maryland is working from behind here against Ryder. They lost the regular season series to the Bronx 2-0. They lost 2-1 here at Iceland and 6-2 at home at Fort DuPont Ice Center. Ryder takes it from their own zone across ice. Pass gets to Dalfara. He'll work behind his own net. Pass up is held in by Ryan Haight. Then it flips towards the high slot where it will be controlled by Suker. DJ Suker, one of the mainstays here on this first line. He's been very effective in this game so far. His passing's been good, but here's Maryland with a 3-on-2. They had a chance right in front, but Healy couldn't put it in. And a save and a cover there by lineman. It looked like Healy was getting ready to put that in the back of the net. I was getting ready. You heard the deep breath. He's getting ready to belt out the goal there, but no, it turned away there at the end.
I saw the back of the net wiggle a little bit normally, like when you put the puck in. So I thought he scored, but he had a nice move, but lineman was able to keep his crease under control.
Boston wins the faceoff, gets it to Jetson Koo. Koo backhands one to the corner. It's gloved down by Roush. Maryland held it in with Steinberg, but then it goes out to the far side. Joey Cole tried to get it back into Roush. It flips off of his stick. Roush still controls, though, through all kinds of traffic, but he's hit against the boards by Warner. Maryland has a 3-on-2 the other way. Led forward by Ray McNamara, but McNamara's pass is off target towards Steinberg, and that allows Nicholas Padul to get a stick in and flip it forward. Icing is on here, and it will be whistled as Warner was the first one back. Just over a minute played here in the second period, and we hold a 2-1 scoreline.
And Andrew DuPoy elects to go to the right side. It's glove side for linemen. The linesman asking DuPoy what side he wants. DuPoy points to the right.
The puck swings around here and finds its way into the Maryland bench. Eden will hand that one back to the official, and it'll be a neutral zone draw here. DuPoy will come into this faceoff for Maryland, and he will look across at Cole Schneider. Maryland wins it, gets right to Muirhead, and over to Tomaszewski, will dump it into the far side corner. It's held behind the net by linemen. Curcio tries to get it clear. It was held in by Maryland's DuPoy. Loose in towards the slot. Drake picks it up. He waits. Goes to Muirhead. A shot. It was a wobbly one. Ends up side of the net. And it's covered by linemen after a swat attempt there from Andrew DuPoy.
So Michael Jinks and Michael Dalfara. The two Michaels will come on for Ryder. 2 changes for them, and the Terps will stay out.
Ends up into the corner. Maryland tried to swing it around. It was sticked away by Dalfara. Left for Schneider. Pass from Perkins is tipped into the Maryland zone. Tomaszewski back to get the puck for his squad. Up to Drake. Drake flips one, trying to get it up to DuPoy. DuPoy trying to run onto this puck, but he was walled off down there by Schneider. Maryland wanted a penalty, but they did not get it. Fresh off the bench, Eden tried to get that puck, but he ended up getting beat as the puck goes across the ice over to Michael Jinks. Jinks backhands one in straight to Muirhead. Muirhead will play one off the boards, getting it up to Healy. Healy's ahead of the pack, but it took an awkward hop off of his stick, and he couldn't chase it down. Back out to Muirhead. Waiting for his squad to get back on side. Plays it back for Tomaszewski, who flips one in, and that goes behind lineman's net. Out towards the right point, Healy couldn't control it. Played by Schneider into the Maryland zone, but icing waved off. There's a good hustle down there by Perkins. Passes it to the side of the net. Gavrowski pass in front for Evan, and it's tipped away. Kivarowski's Dien will try a shot in. It goes out towards the side of the net. It's backhanded towards the slot by Evan. It goes out near Warzinski and taken away by Maryland. Healy waits, puts one in behind for Beganowski. Warzinski the first one there, tries to beat his man. He gets the puck out to the neutral zone. Here's Suker. Suker stops, and then he gets crushed by Haight in the slot. Ryder still has the puck, or at least they did until it was taken away by McAvoy. The puck was just left in the corner. McAvoy with it now, pass up to Eden, goes off the skate. He's trying to find Beganowski. Warzinski interjects and gets the puck back to the neutral zone, but Maryland brings it right back in. Healy couldn't get a shot off. Now it goes to the side of the net. Eden tries to put one in from an absurd angle, and it's saved and covered by lineman. 16:08 to go in the period.
Yeah, Eden behind the net there, trying to get that puck to the front of the net, normally where the trapezoid would be. And he was just looking for something to bank it off of. Couldn't quite find it. So the score remains 2-1, Ryder.
Maryland will send the fourth line out there. Landon Nguyen played it around the boards, but it was taken away by Ryder. They want to start the rush the other way. Someone gloved away there by Tomaszewski. Goes out near the front of the Maryland bench. Tomaszewski ends up with it again. Over for Airy. Pass forward, McMenamin goes off of his stick and is taken away by Riders. Nick Ruggiero. In the Maryland zone, Joey Cole down behind the net. Slow to get up, but Maryland's on a breakout here. McMenamin plays one in as he gets leveled, as does the ref. Cole's real slow to get off the ice, still trying to get there, and he eventually will make it to the Ryder bench, and Perkins on for him. Maryland tried to get it up to McMenamin in the neutral zone. Walejko dumps this one in, swinging it around. Held behind the net. Cole's stick is still behind the net. He was not able to get off with his stick, just himself. In towards the slot, weaving was Perkins. Couldn't get a shot off. Goes out to the point. This is Coyne, I'm sorry. Coyne has his stick raised there. The puck goes flying into the air. Did not catch the netting, though. Ryder holds possession. 15 minutes left to play in the period. Coyne waits, fires one off of Landon Nguyen, and it goes out of play. Stoppage here. They'll get that Cole stick off the ice. Hope he's okay.
So for the Terps, you see second line hop out there, Muirhead, Drake, and DePoy. And for Ryder, it'll be Cole Schneider on the face-off with Perkins and Cercio.
Okay, this is Drake for Maryland. Cross-ice feed, Muirhead. Now DePoy trying to get through traffic. He's knocked down in the slot. Goes out to the point, Holman. Holman rattles one around the boards. Trying to get one back for DePoy. Sticked away by Perkins. Jenks with it now. A little bit of an awkward pass there. Gives the puck back to Maryland with Drake. Left circle, back up top high slot. Holman a shot, goes way wide. Perkins tried to turn back to get a pass off and finally catch a break here. They are able to get it out of the zone with Jenks. Jenks' pass is tipped by McNamara and up into the netting. It'll be a center ice draw. 14:05 left here in the period. If you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com to schedule your first cleaning. Maryland takes possession. They have it in their own zone. Haight tried to get it to McAvoy. Pass was a little bit off target. Suker gets it. He tried a shot. Couldn't get through the traffic in front of the net. Now Eden picks it up. Goes past the red and blue lines. Fires a shot. He scored! Oh, what a snipe by Liam Eden. The all-MACH second team forward has 2 goals in this game. And we are tied at 2. An unbelievable goal there by Liam Eden. What a shot into the upper 90.
I don't think lineman knew it was coming. And to be fair, I didn't know it was coming either. He just blazes right in, and he roofs that one. Opposite side, glove side. And we got a tied hockey game. Eden's got both goals for the Terps.
For Eden, that is goal number 18 on the season, 32 points now for the captain.
You got to call him Liam goal per game Eden.
That's pretty much what he is at this point. As the see another stoppage here, 13 and a half to play. But I mean, he put it up there where the kids can't get it, top shelf. Refs have heard plenty from both benches at this point, as you may have picked up on the broadcast there. So they're going to go ahead and issue, we'll call stern warnings to both sides.
That was a loud one. That was a maybe been able to pick that one up, but I think the linesman gets a little chuckle out of that one too.
So Maryland ties this game up. We have had a really good hockey game here from Iceland, and now here's Waleko trying to get himself involved. Goes over to Perkins. Shot goes wide. Pelletier's down. Shot goes high because Beganowski went flying into his netminder.
Yeah, Beganowski crashed into him, and it's like Pelletier's head got stuck underneath Beganowski. He wasn't able to get up till Beganowski got up. Could have been dangerous. Obviously, that goal would have standed since it's his own teammate that crashed into him.
Coyne at the point. Shot in. That one sticked into the netting, and then Coyne with a little extra hit there on Beganowski. And now Eden goes down there and sits with him on the ice.
Little humor there from the captain. He's still laughing going back to the bench. So we're going to face off to Pelletier's left. It's going to be Bozin against Justin Roush. One of the 2 goal scorers for Rider today.
The draw goes right out in front of the net. It was in a dangerous spot, but Ari did a good job controlling the puck, and he stayed composed. He still controls it here, trying to find Bozin, taken away by Jinx, but Jinx couldn't get it going for Rider. Warner had it. He gave it right away. And now Rider will work from their own zone. Waleko, big strides forward for the Rider captain. He'll swing one around the boards. Maryland gets it clear out to the neutral zone. 12 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the second period. 2-2 hockey game. Both goals for Maryland from Liam Eden. And he had that one just moments ago to tie this game up. Tomaszewski tried to get through traffic. Jinx sticks it clear. It'll be loose in the neutral zone. Tomaszewski's backhander easily intercepted by Jinx. He brings it past the blue line. He's completely surrounded, though, by black jerseys. And his shot just goes a mile wide. One of the Rider players lost looked like a blade down there behind the net. Didn't physically lose it, but definitely took a slip into the boards. Behind the Maryland goal, Tomaszewski, no-nonsensical backhand one. Clear icing signaled by the near side linesman, and that one will be called. Steinberg trying to sneak off the ice, and we've seen Maryland do this a couple of times before, trying to sneak off the ice on an icing. You can get it done sometimes with the eagle-eyed official not having any of it.
And that's what I was saying last period. The vantage point that we have, you're able to hear some things. The referee said if you do it again, it's a penalty, something that we would normally not hear if we were on the other side of the ice. So it's good for us to be able to pick that up.
And so Maryland's got to be very careful about that, as we're going to have a penalty called here. That's going to be a board. Rider really doesn't like that because, and the players have issues with it just because the one who made that call was the farthest away from the play. But he clearly saw something down there that indicated a boarding penalty. And
keeping
it will
up
be C.J. Perkins in the box, 2 minutes to the board.
And with the way the penalties have been called, they're going to call them. You know, we've seen, I mean, that's the 7th penalty of the game. 6th, excuse me. 4 for Maryland and 2 for Rider. But my point is they're going to call them, and they've been calling them today.
Maryland 1 for 1 on the power play, trying to find 2 for 2. Tomaszewski's backhander. There's a really good save there by Lineman. A second shot in from Tomaszewski. Another save by Eric Lineman. To the point, Healy thought about a shot. Instead, it'll go over for McAvoy. Back to Healy, ties slot. Back to Eden on a hat trick. He'll fire one in, save made loose. But McAvoy a little late to get on that puck. McAvoy thought about laying that off for Healy. Instead, he'll hold it. Now Tomaszewski. He maintains it, waiting. Back to McAvoy. Now Healy behind the net near the corner. McAvoy. Tomaszewski. Over across for Healy, but his shot was mishit. And then glove just thrown into the slot. 58 seconds left on the power play. 10 minutes, 5 seconds left in the period. This will be curled around by Tomaszewski. It's held in by McAvoy after a clear attempt. Here's Eden. Eden waits. Beganowski is shot. Wanted a deflection, but it just went wide. McAvoy. Over to Healy. Healy turns and passes back to McAvoy. McAvoy's cross ice feed is taken down and fired clear by Giborowski. So Healy takes it, and Maryland will have to restart here on this power play. They fired a couple of shots off, but none have beaten linemen on this particular play. Eden plays one around, trying to pick out Muirhead, and it'll be another clear for Ryder, and that likely gets them a successful kill as the clock ticks away and fresh out of the box, Perkins enters the fray. Pass out to the neutral zone is taken. Evan sends it around, trying to get it to Suker. Took an awkward hop off the boards. Hate's clear attempt. Straight over to Perkins. His centering feed. That was a great recovery there by Airy to cut it out. Now Muirhead fires a pass into the Ryder zone. Airy tried to get down there and make this difficult, but again, it'll be cleared out towards the neutral zone. Pelletier is going to stay in the net and allow Perkins to go down there and get this one. But he's checked against the boards by Haight. Now it's loose at the left circle. Suker with it. Turns with a backhand shot. It's sticked away. Haight now over to Muirhead. He can't get it clear. Trying to play it off the boards. Here's Evan to Perkins. Poke check away by McMenamin. Or check, that was Airy on the poke check. And then a pass back was sticked away. Now Drake has his pass intercepted as Maryland wanted to break out. And it'll be flipped into outer space and dumped in by the Bronx. Looked like that was going to catch one of the metal supports here, but it didn't. Under 8 minutes to go. Here comes Cole. He's back on after being injured early. Tried to roof it on Pelletier, but he did a great job looking big there like a big grizzly bear. Trying to keep the pressure on. Ryder got Cole. Cole from a tight angle. He tried to pick out the bottom corner, but it went wide. Pressure continuing to mount here against the Terrapins midway through the second period. Haight can't get it out cleanly. Waleko drifts in off the outside of the net. And then landing the win. I think he may have caught a helmet down there of one of the Bronx on the bench. And Cole down again. At the left circle, we've seen him trying to gut it out here in the playoffs. He took a big hit behind the net earlier in the game, and he limped off, but after trying to battle his way through, he's down on the ice again.
Yeah, he's been down on the ice a couple times this game. This time he's really having trouble getting up. He's able to get up now, and trainer will walk him over to the bench, along with teammate Cercio. And he's just shaking up.
He's trying to battle his way through it, and give him a lot of credit for that here in the playoffs. He's trying to help his team, but he's just struggling. There's a new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing, editing services, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your band build lasting relationships with their clientele. Maryland on a breakout here, 2-on-1. Healy, a great move, passes across, and he scored! He didn't even pass his shot. Tucker Healy, that was a gorgeous move by the little man. And Maryland takes a 3-2 lead. It looked like that was a pass across the crease, but it just found its way behind lineman, and Tucker, the freshman, gives his team the lead here in the playoffs.
Nifty move to split the defense, first of all, in the breakout. He had Beganowski with him, didn't even need to pass. Does it all himself, and he fires that one. Couldn't even see where it beat lineman, but he did regardless.
Must have been down on the short side, I can only imagine.
Must have been low. You got a 3-2 game here.
How about that in response by the Terrapins? Down 2-1, giving up 2 goals in 30 seconds at the end of the first period. That can really deflate a team after having that momentum, but they come out with 2 unanswered, have a 3-2 lead. How about that?
And like we talked about, those intermissions, I don't know what it is that sparks them, but there are times they come out flying, and this is an example of that here in the second period.
It's out to the right point for Jenks. Jenks' a shot, goes wide. And then Liam Eaton will try and flip one clear. That one may have caught some netting on the clear attempt, and it'll come back into the Terp zone.
So the first line for Maryland continues to get it done. Eaton now with 18 goals. Healy, that's his 7th goal, but it's also his 31st point. He's got more than that. He's assisted the Eaton goals, so he's well into the 30 range in points. And Eaton is as well. 2 great seasons that they're having, the graduate student and the freshman, Eaton and Healy.
Puck deep in the Riders' zone. Beganowski gets it out to Eden. Eden will curl one around the boards, but Ryder picks it up. They'll try and clear, and Evan will lead a 2-on-2 break. They're onside. This is Evan looking for individual magic, but that's good defense by Ray McNamara. Goes out high point. Coyne shot in is blocked. Coyne gets it again, though. Second chance. And he'll fire this one in. That was blockered away by Pelletier. Healy jockeying that with Suker for the puck. Maryland gets it. Clear attempt by McAvoy was not a convincing one. Goes right out to Evan again, top of the right circle. He waits, passes across to nobody, and then Beganowski will get a chance to clear. Man, he fired that one towards Trevor Drake. That one was tipped. And then goes into the right corner. Coyne with it. He'll skate right past the center logo. Coyne from the right circle. A good move there to beat the defender, but he's forced all the way back around the net. He'll pass back around looking for Walejko. Cole picks it up and continues to play through injuries in this game. Walejko tried to jam one in on the wraparound attempt. Cole with it again behind the net. That one jumped off of his stick. Airy tried to get it clear, and it comes out to Muirhead, and Maryland will get a break. Passed forward, ice signaled, and will be given as Coyne beat Drake to the corner. Ryder gets a change in. Maryland, the icing team, cannot get a change here.
And so we're going to see Cole Schneider against Andrew DePoy in the draw here.
5 minutes on the dot left to play here, second period. And the draw goes to Ryder. Shot quickly in. It took a redirected rebound chance. And Pelletier kept it out. No, he didn't. They scored. Dominic Cercio cleans it up in front of the net on the rebound. It looked like Pelletier was ready to keep him out, but in the end it just squeaked by him, and we have a 3-3 hockey game.
Cercio, one of the guys that took a penalty. Chirp scored on that penalty that Cercio took, and now he gets a goal back himself. Evens the game up at 3.
We'll go to center ice in what's been a really back and forth good hockey game here in the MACH playoffs, the 6 versus the 3 seed. Ryder versus Maryland. Both teams have led at points in this game, but as of right now, we are tied at 3.
Got a very good playoff college hockey game so far here in Hamilton Township.
Maryland's given Ryder all they can handle so far, as it looks like there was a hit there put on Perkins. Perkins a little slow to get back to the bench. He got rocked on that one. You can clearly see he's struggling to get off the ice to that hit. Puck goes into the Ryder zone. This has been a very physically taxing hockey game. Puck loose here, neutral zone. Maryland in the midst of a change. Haight trying to get back to help his team. That's a sensational block by Daniel Tomaszewski. Now Boston the other way. Boston backhands one. Warner trying to keep it in. It's just held there right on the blue line, so he was able to backhand it in without being offside. flipped clear here. Givarowski drops it back. Evan a shot save made. They try and jam it in on Pelletier, but he manages to get the glove down and the cover with 3:41 to go in period number 2. Operating under the philosophy of one state, one goal, First State Ice Hockey is the new leader for youth hockey player development in and around Delaware. Learn more about their individual development program as well as classes, clinics, and summer tournament teams at firststateicehockey.com. Proud partners of Delaware Hockey Night, bringing you all the action here for the MACH playoffs in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Puck goes behind the net off the faceoff. Maryland trying to survive here, Matt. We've talked about this before. They've got to hold on. Can't go down into the intermission. A deflected shot saved by Pelletier again.
Yeah, I mean, we got a very back and forth game so far. Maryland took the 1-0 lead. Rider took the 2-1 lead. Maryland jumped in front 3-2, and now it's 3-3. So this is as back and forth as it could get.
This one wristed in well wide. Out to the neutral zone. Beganowski. Checked against the boards. Right foot clear by Padula. And no ice here, so McAvoy's got to go down and collect this puck. Ended up giving it up there at the far side boards. Pass went across, but nobody was home for Ryder. They're looking for Walejko. Here's Healy. Gets it past the center stripe. Goes to Eden. Eden does a great job holding the puck in right circle. A shot, he scored! A hat trick for Liam Eden and another snipe on lineman. This guy's on fire. And he's the sole reason at this point why the Terps have the lead 4-3. What a great effort play there from Eden. He managed to hold it in at the blue line, and he does it again. This guy's off the charts.
I'm trying to think of words to describe him. I mean, he is really the MVP of this team. He does so much heavy lifting for this Terps roster, and that time he just ripped home another one. That's his 3rd goal of the game and his 19th of the season.
I mean, they might need to turn the sprinkler systems on because this guy's on fire at this point. 3 goals in 2 periods, less than that, and Maryland has a 4-3 lead. This has just been a sensational game, and we're real glad to have you here on DHN. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, we called him Liam goal per game, Eden. How about Liam hat-trick, Eden?
I mean, at this point, he's just the man on the Maryland bench. Instant hero, especially if Maryland manages to win this first round game. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the period. This one flipped into the neutral zone. Tomaszewski chases it. Backhands one for McMenamin. He wants to find Drake into the right corner. Drake stops, drops it back. Wanted to pick one out in the slot, but the pass was intercepted. Goes out into the neutral zone. Perkins flips it in towards the slot. Breaks his way in, and it's kept out. Pelletier made the save, and then Perkins went barreling into the net.
Yeah, just an accidental play there. Happened to crash into the net.
That's all good quality hockey right there.
Yeah, nothing too big there. Just trying to make a break for the puck and couldn't turn on the Jets in time. Thankfully, no one got hurt. You see a lot of players get injured during that type of play, especially the goaltender. But Perkins and Pelletier are both fine, and we'll have play in the neutral zone here.
Here's Evan with the puck off the draw. Goes to the near side. Steinberg fights into the offensive zone. Stands a man up, finds Bosin. Bosin's pass across. It's loose at the near post, but it's swept away by the Bronx. 90 seconds to go in the period. One flipped in from way downtown. Turned away. We're going to have a penalty here against the Bronx. It looks like they're going to get Christian Warzinski for interference. He levied a hit behind the net.
Yeah, he just pinned Warner into the boards. Normally it's Warner that does those types of plays, but he'll get one in return. Spruce Tree gets flattened.
Maryland 1 for 2 on power plays in this game. They scored their opening goal on the power play with Eden putting one behind lineman. And they'll try and make it 2 for 3 here, and for the first time for either team, get a cushion. Tomaszewski breaks his stick trying to receive that pass. Never seen that before, I must say. McAvoy passes across for Eden, brings it past the stripe into the blue line, and now into the offensive zone. He waits, goes around for Tomaszewski. He's got a fresh piece of lumber. McAvoy, a minute left in the period here. Maryland trying to put one past linemen and get themselves some insurance. Pass across looking for Beganowski, goes all the way through to Healy. Healy behind for Eden. Eden to Healy, wraps one around, save made lineman, loose in front and turned away. Here's a 2-on-1 break the other way, but Eden does a great job tracking back. He's got tremendous speed. Shot comes in tight angle and a save made by Pelletier. Chest protector, and he covers that one, gives it a big hug.
Well, you got 30 seconds remaining here in the period. Maryland gave up 2 in the last minute in the first, so looking to cut that last-minute deficit here, get the insurance goal and bite back at Ryder. And Ryder's looking to keep the pressure on here on the penalty kill with just a little bit of time left in the clock. They're going to try and eat down the time.
So slipped into the offensive zone. That's going to be played with a high stick. So it'll be another D-zone draw for Maryland. .19.5 seconds left. Second period, Maryland just trying to get into the locker room with the lead. And the shot for the point, they scored! Michael Dalfara with a tracer bullet from the blue line into the bottom corner, and we're tied at 4, shorthanded for the Bronx. Tell me about the broadcaster's jinx there. But a great shot from the high slot, Dalfara, the D-man, showing that defenseman can score too.
Right off the faceoff too, he just fires it on net. 16 seconds left in the period. Another last-minute goal for Ryder. 3 of their 4 goals.
Here's Eden, tight angle, can't finish one. Behind for Healy. Maryland trying to put one in late. They'll have a chance. They scored with a 1.1 seconds left in the period on the power play.
It's Hunter
Who
Airy.
scored it? Hunter Airy, the defenseman. Matt, I can't keep up with this action at this rate. 5-4. It's goal scored at 19:59 in the second period.
I mean, this has to be the best first 40 minutes we've seen all season in terms of how close a game has been. Each team back and forth as the horn sounds. Back and forth hockey, I mean, goal after goal. It's like you can't get any back-to-back for anyone. And, man, we got a 5-4 hockey game. Last game, 2 weeks ago, these teams faced off. It was 2-1, Ryder was your final. 40 minutes, it's 5-4. What do you think about that?
Wild, wild, wild game of hockey here in the first round of the MACH playoffs. We'll take a break here on DHN, be back for the third period after the break. This looks like it's going to be a fantastic game. Stay right Welcome back, everybody, to Iceland here in New Jersey. And as you can see, we have a new goaltender in net here for the Rider Bronx. Adam Godfrey is in net. He'll replace Eric Lineman after 5 goals through 40 minutes. We'll see if he can change the fortunes of the Bronx. Mark McClure, Matthew Sillo on the call here for DHN. The third period is brought to you by the Ostrander family. Thank you to the Ostrander family for their support of DHN, allowing us to give you all this coverage here from the MACH playoffs. Me and Matt here on this rink, and James Witherite on the other rink, where Liberty is handing it to Stevenson, 6-0. Late in the third over there on that rink. Over here we have an instant classic. It's 5-4, 30 seconds into the period. Rider will take possession of the puck behind their own net. TJ Evan with a dump in there. He brought it past the red line, so that's going to allow the icing to not be in effect there. Beganowski up the far side boards. He has the puck taken away. Here's Walejko in a 2-on-2. He waits. He fires off the post, and the rebound chance goes wide. Inches away from tying this game, but Walejko could only find iron in behind Pelletier.
He just blew past the defense there, too. Fires it right off the iron.
It's in towards the corner. Tomaszewski slowly rolls one up. Cole tries a shot from way down by the blue line. Goes high off the glass. And then it's backhanded into the neutral zone as the Terps go for a change. Shot in from distance, patted away by Henry Pelletier again. Maryland couldn't get it out clear. Another shot came in, then it was stick checked wide. Out to the neutral zone. It's Padula. Gets it over to Coyne. Pass into the center. Here's Roush. Roush has some space. Fires it. It goes off the glove of Pelletier, and then one of the Bronx goes crashing into the net.
Yeah, Roush fires that one.
Somehow, again, it's Cole
again.
down on the ice. This man is really playing some gutsy hockey.
But Roush is going to fire that one glove side. It goes off the tip of the glove of Pelletier. And Cole trying to get that rebound. Bouncing puck, wasn't able to get any stick on it. Just barrels into the net instead.
And Maryland also gets the gift of a neutral zone faceoff here as Cole crashed into the net. So with him voluntarily going in, that's going to kill that attacking zone draw possibility. But they do win the faceoff regardless. Wristed in.
Cercio tried
high,
dumping it in and just drilled Muirhead up high. It was an accidental play. He was just trying to get the puck in, and it just happened to hit Muirhead.
It's the second time Muirhead's been hit in this game. So he again lumbers off the ice slow.
Shaking up multiple times tonight.
We are 2 minutes into the third period, 5-4 Maryland, but Riders had a couple of good scoring chances. One turned away by Pelletier, the other turned away by the post. Out to the neutral zone, Airy. Backhands one over for DePoy. Back to Airy again. Scored that last goal there late in the second period with a second left to give the Terrapins a 5-4 lead. This one backhanded clear by Ryder. Tomaszewski has to backtrack to get to this puck. He'll be chased in by Cercio. Tomaszewski turned away from him, got it to McMenamin. Now McMenamin doesn't know where the puck is. It's right at his skates. Taken away, pass across for Cercio. Couldn't control it. Now another pass rifled in. This one knocked away by the Terrapins and sticked clear by Airy. And it'll be chased down in the Rider defensive zone by Padula. From one end of the ice to the other, and we'll have icing called here against Rider with 17:05 left in the period. This gives us an opportunity to give you a quick breakdown of the scoring in this game, how we've gotten to where we are. Maryland took a 1-0 lead on an Eden goal, and that was followed by goals from Roush and Evan. Then Maryland got on the board with Eden again to tie it at 2. Then Healy made it 3-2. Cercio tied it at 3. Eden gave Maryland a 4-3 lead. Dalfara made it 4-4, and then Erie made it 5-4. We've got a penalty on the far side and some good action here on both ends.
Yeah, it's going to be on Ryder as well.
Most certainly on Ryder for a hit near the blue line. Both teams continue to wind each other up from the benches as DJ Suker heads to the sin bin for a board.
So 4 penalties for either side so far tonight.
Maryland 2 for 3 on the power play.
I was going to say they have
something
the
we
upper hand.
talked about.
Have the upper hand in the power play. Very rare for Maryland to be better on the power play than their opponent so far. They're looking to get their 3rd.
But in addition to that, you do have to understand that Ryder did score on one of Maryland's power plays on the shorthanded goal.
So the special teams have been active tonight, in other words. Active on the ice and active in the back of the net as well.
Tomaszewski's just waiting at the circle. He'll go for Bieganowski. Bieganowski's centering pass for Eden was tipped away. McAvoy, backhand pass, looking for someone near the blue line, but no one was there for Maryland. Waleko. He'll just send one clear. Gets behind the Maryland net. Healy picks it up with a minute 15 left on the power play. Healy over to Eden. Eden sends one around the boards. Over for Healy. Healy waits. Passes behind Bieganowski. He was tipped away. Biegs picks it up anyway. Backhander to Healy. Healy looking for an avenue. Up top for McAvoy. Right back for Healy. Healy couldn't control the puck. Ends up absorbing a hit as a result, but Bieganowski has it. Turns away, wanted a backhander towards Eden. Ends up back with Healy again. Then a pass from him is tipped. Nice defense there by Cole Schneider. Now down on the other end, Tomaszewski does a good job walling Cole Schneider from the puck. Or no, that was Cole, Joey Cole from the puck.
It's a very effective penalty kill so far by the Bronx. Does it get another clear?
Only 20 seconds left to go on the PK. McAvoy waiting a little bit, but Giverowski was not, and he gets the puck back for his side.
But Maryland has had virtually no action in the slot so far this power play.
Maryland trying to get it clear because they have numbers up. There's only one defender back for Ryder, but it gets to Padula no problem, and he'll flip this one clear, and that's a successful kill. McAvoy from the defensive zone. Pass up, trying to stretch one to the poise. Easily intercepted by Coyne. Evan trying to get this one clear. Rips the stick away from Haight. Comes to Drake. Drake seeing a hit incoming. Will hold it behind the net. Godfrey waits for it. Gets it off for Coyne. Coyne trying to get past Bozen. Bozen does a good job playing from his knees. Dumps that puck in, but he was behind the red line, so that's going to be icing. Face-off will be to the left of Henry Pelletier. Be Bozen against Roush. Roush wins it. Goes straight out to the point. Wrist shot comes in and we hit Roush up high. Maryland tries to pick out Steinberg, breaking out. But Dalfara gets it. Comes to the neutral zone. Both teams jockeying for it. Puck trickles into the Maryland zone. Roush goes across, and that was a great block.
There's Ryan Haight there making the sliding block.
Goes in front. That one, again, a big hit down there. A couple of big hits. Both teams playing really physical. Now here's a 2-on-1. Here in front, a chance. They scored! Chris Waleko has his second goal of the game. Got through on the breakaway, and a nasty move in front to beat Pelletier. And the captains are playing really good hockey. 5 goals between them. There's a reason they stitch those C's on these guys' chests.
And that's going to be Waleko's 14th goal of the season. Ties this one up at 5. And what a game so far we have here in the first round of the playoffs.
We're tied at 5. Laker got behind the defense nicely. Chance in front, though, for Maryland to try and get it back, but Bieganowski can't find the net from right in front. Flips into the netting there in a stoppage. 13:22 left to play here in regulation. Make a truly American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Visit Sid's Barbecue and Jerky at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road, Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit SidsBBQandJerky.com. Maryland again finds themselves in a tie game. Neither of these teams can seem to get any type of comfort with their leads as Healy takes it from the corner. Eden trying to jockey with Coyne for the puck. Ends up with the stick of Bieganowski. He's trying to shake away from Schneider. Out to the point for Holman. Holman takes a shot, and it looked like that one got a piece of somebody. And the puck goes in for a attacking zone draw for the Terrapins. It'll be DePoy against Evan. It's won by DePoy, shot quickly in, a great glove save made there by Godfrey on Tomaszewski. Shots 31-23, they favor the Bronx. We'll get another face-off here. This time it's Evan that wins it, and then it's flipped clear immediately. This one's a chase down. Giverowski gets it back. Here's a shot, Suker, and it's denied by Pelletier. So this faceoff will go to the right of Henry Pelletier as the net gets put back on the moorings. 12.5 to go here in regulation. Draw goes out. One-timer from Dalfara. Save made and then knocked clear by Pelletier. Again, Dalfara's try. That one took an awkward deflection. Rebound, they scored! DJ Suker gives the Bronx the lead on a rebound. The back and forth roller coaster ride continues.
And that's Suker's 14th of the season. Ryder's got goals from 6 different goal scorers tonight. That just goes to show how many guys they have that can really put the puck in the net. And they grab the lead here, make it 6-5.
So now Maryland finds themselves behind for the first time since they were down 2-1. That was late. That was right at the end of the first period. And now they find themselves trailing again with 12 minutes left to play. Just 2 goals in quick succession again. Roush trying to pick out the top of the net there, and that was just a hair high. We have a check against the boards. Here's Cole from the circle, a shot saved by Pelletier. Got caught up in the pads there. Face off to the left of Pelletier. Goes to Coyne. Wrists one in. Saved by Pelletier. Loose in front. Right at the pad. They scored it! Dominic Cercio has his second goal of the game. And Ryder has a 7-5 lead. Turning into a goal clinic now for the Bronx. And Maryland might get left in the dust if they don't get it together quickly. We're going to get a timeout here for Joe Carter, and that is not in the least surprising, as he has got to get the fight back in the Maryland Terrapins, down by 2 goals.
Yeah, it's a smart timeout call. I would do the same. You give up 3 unanswered quickly as well. Just came in a flurry of goals there for Ryder.
Yeah, but how about the Bronx just staying composed? As much as Maryland has punched and punched and punched, they've managed to counter-punch at every moment that they can, and now all of a sudden they have a 2-goal lead, 3 goals in real quick succession, and now the team looking like the 3 seed here in the MACH and the 9th best team in the Southeast Conference of the ACHA Division II.
Yeah, and they got 7 goals from 6 different guys. They got a lot of guys that can really score, and they're demonstrating that tonight. And it's been
a young team still learning, and I think that at this point, either way this game goes, I think there's a lot of good lessons here for the Maryland Terrapins for their youth.
They're still playing some good hockey. I mean, it's a great game overall. You've given up 7 goals, but you scored 5 yourself. It's just a high-scoring game. That's going to happen every once in a while. The electricity's through the roof tonight.
Final score from the other side. Liberty wins at 6-0 over Stevenson. So the Flames will play, well, it depends on the outcome of this game. If Maryland wins, they'll play Maryland. If Maryland loses, they'll play Penn State.
Assisted by number 43, Eddie Coy, and number 86, CJ Brecken. Final goal, 18 minutes.
You can see Maryland trying to get back into this game, but we could hear over there on the Rider side, too. They definitely getting in to that team as well, the captains. Waleko, as well as Giverowski. So we'll get a nice call here against the Maryland Terrapins. So we'll see how the last 11-15 goes. Still a ton of hockey to play. $11:15 to go. We have a tight draw here, won by Ryder. Goes out to Suker. Shot from distance, knocked down. Beganowski goes off the boards, backhanded in the neutral zone by Suker. Into the Maryland zone, Ray McNamara without a stick. Maryland holds on to possession though with Healy. Healy avoids a hit near side from Cole. Puck out in the neutral zone for Eden, who has a hat trick tonight already, and the Terps are offside on the entry here. Maryland will put the second line out there. 10:45 to go here, third period. Here's Jenks. Jenks tried to get it to Cole. Goes back into the Rider zone. Pass up from the Bronx. Get past the blue line. It was a ice, but it was waved off by the linesman in the end. This one backhanded in by Dalfara, one of the goal scorers in this game for Ryder. Long pass. Goes into the zone for the Bronx. There's a tie up there at the blue line. Maryland trying to come away with it. Tomaszewski got it up to Drake. But walled off the puck. Here's Waleko. Waleko comes to the near side. Possibly can lead a 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-2. It more turned into. Pass in front. Cole tries to get something off. Roush couldn't put one on net. Pelletier was out of position, but Ryder could not slot one behind him. Cole behind the net. He's hit and dropped. DePoy flips one towards center ice for the breakout. It goes to Tomaszewski. He's a two-way man, so he can play both sides. Not at all out of his element there, leading the charge. Picked up in the corner, flipped clear towards Airy. Airy puts one on net from long distance, sticked into the corner by Godfrey. Near side, Evan. Goes over to Schneider, back to Perkins. Puck flips back into the Ryder defensive zone. Jenks goes over for Padula. Padula a little bit of trouble here. He's got to go behind his own net to try and lead this breakout. Pass looking for Schneider, intercepted by Maryland's Haight. Deflects into the Rider zone. It's cleared out by Jinx again. Neutral zone, Maryland picks it up. 15 shot difference between these two teams in this game. 38 for Rider, 23 for Maryland. Here's Bozin into the right corner. He loses control of the puck. Taken away by Cercio. Cercio up to Jinx, and then Jinx dumps it in behind. Pelletier get involved. He'll stop it behind the net. He'll go over to McAvoy. It's a wholesale change there for Rider. Maryland thought they had some time to clear, but in the end, they just give it away in the neutral zone. Coyne steps up, plays one off the boards, and then smokes Jason Steinberg. McAvoy. Pass over, picked up by Giverowski. Eden trying to hound him as the puck's held right in front of the Rider bench. Fired in and taken by Giverowski. Laid it back for Coyne. Coyne had his dump-in attempt deflected. Koo picks it up, goes to McAvoy, who backhands it off the boards, but a bad giveaway. Leaves it right in front. Giverowski. Here's Suker, but he couldn't get a shot off. Over to far side boards. Koo wins it back. Cole with it. Maryland can't seem to get a clear out here. 7:15 to go third period. Vallejo gave it out to the point. One-timer, more of a wrist shot actually from Jinx, is padded to the corner by Pelletier. Pass across Jinx again. A little one-timer there. That one goes wide. Pelletier lost his stick. Can't go down and get him. Shot comes in, goes wide there from Roush. Pelletier will go and grab that lumber. Jinx will try another shot. That one goes wide into the corner. Out left point. Now towards the left side. Shot goes wide. Roush centering pass looking for Cole. Ends up a chance for Waleko and a save made by Pelletier. We have an icing call here. It looks like it was going to be, but Maryland was the first one down there with Eden taking those long strides. Into the neutral zone. Healy tries to recover. It's backhanded by Landon Wynn, trying to keep the play alive. He's dealing with a shoulder injury, playing through it. Bad giveaway. Here's a chance. Save made there by Pelletier as he denied Schneider inside. Right in near the front of the net. Here's Drake. Shot in tight angle. Save made Godfrey, and he covers.
Well, you got 6 minutes left in this one. Maryland really needs to get the puck on net. I mean, Rider has exploded in the shots department. It was very close going into the third, and now it's 41-24. Down by 2 goals. If you're the Terps, you got to keep firing away.
DePoy on the draw there. Maryland tries to get possession here. It went into the corner. Coyne's clear. Didn't get out all the way. Padula sent it around, and then Tomaszewski got it and fired a shot in. Another save. Godfrey stepping up to the challenge, coming cold off the bench. Colonial Motors is celebrating over 25 years in the automotive industry in Central Delaware and features a vast array of pre-owned cars perfect for every purpose and budget. Visit their 3 convenient Delaware locations, Townsend, Smyrna, and Camden, or online at colonialmotorsinc.com. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to play. Maryland's got to get things going quickly. They need to pick up at least one here in the short term if they want to try and get back into this hockey game and keep their season alive, because for Maryland, they don't win this game, it's probably curtains on the season. Coyne plays it around behind. Giverowski didn't respond to where the puck was. Then it comes in from Padula and is blocked. Picked up by Coyne, but it looked like that was played with a high stick, so we're going into the Rider zone for this face-off. Actually, it'll just be a neutral zone draw after that high stick play. Draw goes to Airy. Airy sent one around looking for Holman, and then we have a collision in front of the net, and Pelletier down.
It was airy, crashed into the back of the net. It
Yeah,
looks like the crossbar went into Pelletier's head.
Pelletier struggling to get up there. He's going to get to his feet, though. Looks like he's going to be okay. You just rarely see that. It looked like the net hit him in the back of the head after it was knocked off its moorings by Airy, and Pelletier try and skate this one off a little bit. They will bring the trainer out to take a look at him. Make sure he's okay. Talk about head contact. Just want to make sure that he's going to be all right. And Pelletier is a competitor. He wants to stay in this game, regardless of any pain or anything like that. So I'd be absolutely floored if he comes out of this game.
And give some fist bumps to his teammates. He should be okay.
And Pelletier's had career back issues, had back surgery once already. And so you always look when he gets hit in the back, is he going to be okay? But he looks like he's fine and he's ready to roll here. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to play here in the third period. Draw goes to Jenks. Curls it in around. Backhanded by Airy. Maryland trying to work it back to the point. Trying to work it clear, as a matter of fact. But ends up back behind their net again. Airy passes forward. Knocked down by Dalfara. And then we have a big hit near center. Steinberg's been throwing his body around, but unfortunately for the most part, he's been getting the worst end of things. Dalfara again in the Michael line with Michael Jenks. Waleko tries to pick out Dalfara near side here. Puck goes back into the Maryland zone. Airy pass forward there, got a weird bounce off Beganowski's stick and didn't allow him to break into the offensive zone the way he thought that he was going to be able to originally on that breakout. Healy couldn't get this one out cleanly. Now the other way, an opportunity for Schneider. Save made by Pelletier. Now it's a wraparound chance, and he does a great job getting the skate to the post. Draw comes in. Shot a little bit wide. Puck out to the point. Goes out behind. Perkins gets it for Ryder. Centering pass, an opportunity for Curcio, and it just goes high on a one-timer from the slot. Padula fires one right back in. Ryder goes for a change. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. This one helped out into the neutral zone, and that one shot in by Givorowski, and that caught a offside stick in the Ryder offensive zone. That's going to be offside, and we go to neutral ice. At this point, Ryder nearly with 20 more shots than Maryland, 44-25. They've really turned it on here in the third period. They've scored 3 unanswered goals.
Yeah, they're going to look to put this one to bed. They've completely run away in the shot department, and they've really gained control. They've hopped in the driver's seat, if you will, here in the third period in a game that's been really, really close. Still some time on the clock. We saw Maryland score with 1 second left in the second period, so still the possibility of scoring 2 in 3:18. But with the way Ryder's playing, it's going to be very tough.
Maryland from the defensive zone. McAvoy leads the charge, tries to get it up here to Haight. Haight, a wrist shot well wide. This one will be knocked clear by Givorowski. McAvoy has to chase. Evan right on him. Goes behind the net, walling Evan from the puck, turns back towards his own net. Suker was there, but it's good play there by Drake to throw his body in there as well. Let McAvoy get clear, but it's fired right back in by Ryder, and McAvoy will have to start again. McAvoy dumps this one in just in front of the red line. No, not going to be icing here. Padula gets it. Padula went up to Waleko. Now this is Cole left circle. He drifts in, passes in front, and another big collision there on the net. And no surprise here, Joey Cole, the one flying in there. I mean, this guy is just playing at 150 miles an hour in this game. He's been on the ice twice with injuries. It's the second time he's clattered into the net.
Yeah, he's playing with speed. Seems like he doesn't turn on the brakes. As you hear him there, he says he needs to take some power skating lessons. Throws in an expletive in there as well. And that's exactly what we were thinking.
That's exactly what I think everyone in the building was thinking, believe it or not. Yeah, we have a hit there at the neutral zone. Beganowski finds himself on the ice. Eden gets the puck here high. Slot fires a shot in. This one blocked. And hand pass indicated. And this coin said that went off of his stomach, but they say hand pass cannot change on a hand pass. So they got to get TJ Evan back on the ice. Timeout Ryder, we see this all the time. They want to get this change off, and you can get a change after a timeout. So this will be a... Nobody really knows what's going on at this point. Now they all decide that, yes, it is a timeout. This is not really a talking it over timeout. There may be some things that they go over in this huddle, but the primary purpose of this timeout is that Ryder gets the change that they want, because you can change off a timeout and you can't off a hand pass.
I don't know if you could see over the Ryder bench, but head coach Joe Carter is drawing up a play. We'll see the Bronx are doing a lot of talking or drawing.
Looks like
doing a lot
good
of talking.
Talk here from Sean Levin. Wants to see out the last 2-10, make it to the second round. If they do, the matchups tomorrow will be Liberty against Penn State. And then we have an all-Jersey semifinal between Ryder and Rowan.
Two great games it should be if that
two
holds
very
up.
solid games. Penn State, a real good dark horse to win this tournament. They played good hockey on both sides of the winter break. And anytime you get to see the Ryder-Rowan, New Jersey clash is always fun for everybody involved. But that's if these results hold as they currently are. There's still 2:10 left to play. And then you see Adam Godfrey go right to everybody by the bench and say, just make sure I can see the puck. Wants to be sure he's going to get screened. There's going to be a heavy dose of screening because we have 6-on-5 hockey, empty net for the Maryland Terrapins. They want to get it involved early here, but that does give Ryder a chance to put this one to bed. Tomaszewski's shot goes wide. So that's what Joe Carter was drawing up mostly in that huddle with some plays for the 6-on-5 crew, which looks like it'll be the first line, essentially, plus Airy and McNamara. We're going to have a penalty called here against Ryder for a trip, I can only believe. Actually, a hook. So that's actually big for Maryland. Like 6-on-4, they can get some good action there as Suker goes to the box for that hook.
Suker's second penalty of the game, back-to-back for him. This could be huge for Maryland, but you're down by 2 goals, not 1, so.
And quick shot here on the open net. They'll attempt it. It is no good. Icing waved off. McAvoy has to chase this one down. Now Maryland can try and set up the 6-on-5. They got a minute and a half to try and score 2 goals. McAvoy, he'll swing one around the boards. Tomaszewski, the first one there. Shot goes across tight angle. It's taken by Giverowski. He puts one into the Maryland zone. It'll go off the boards. Evan gets there, right on the empty Maryland cage. Eden gets it, flips one to the near side boards. It'll be taken by Jinx. Jinx backhands one right into the Maryland zone again. Healy over to McAvoy. Minute 2 to go. This is Healy. Healy dumps one into the right corner. Jinx walls him off. Bodies collide. Ends up for Beganowski. Shot gets saved. Now out to the point. Over. Beganowski gets a second chance. That one goes wide. Eden. Over here, McAvoy. 40 seconds to go.
Gotta shoot.
Beganowski Got to try to find something good, but they got to get some shots off. Across for Eden, jumps over his stick. Top of the circle, over Biggs, a shot. Save made off the left pad there of Godfrey. Flipped out net front, save made. Giverowski wants to get it clear. We'll have a penalty against Maryland. And then we'll have a dust up here between McAvoy and Evan. .23 seconds left, and Airy to the bench for into the penalty box, for interference. Now Waleko and McAvoy having a conversation on the way down the ice. And now it's back to 6-on-5, or actually be 5-on-4. But Maryland's going to bring the goaltender in here for this faceoff, and unfortunately for the Terrapins, just looks like there's not enough time here to mount this comeback. Not a good enough third period for the Terrapins in the end. It looks like it's going to be with 17 seconds left. They'll just send it up towards center ice. It'll be held by Waleko. He'll dump it right back in. Pelletier plays it off the pad. It goes to McAvoy. 8 seconds to go. McAvoy will just hold it. He'll wait behind the net before bringing it past the blue line. We'll get it over to Eden. And that is going to do it. The Rider Bronx pick up the win 7-5 in an absolute classic here from Iceland. Godfrey came in and pitched a third period shutout after relieving Eric Lineman after 2 periods. But it was just a great game for both sides. I think anyone who watched it would say that. But the Maryland Terrapins are going home after a devastating 7-5 loss here to the Rider Bronx in the first round of the MACH tournament playoffs from Iceland.
Yeah, and that's the way it goes, playoff hockey. One team's going to go home, one team's going to move on. And today, the Rider Bronx will move on to the second round of the playoffs, which will be tomorrow, and the Terps will go home.
And for me and Matthew, we want to say a special thank you to James Witherite allowing us on here for this Maryland game, as we were the Maryland broadcaster for this season. Want to special shout out to all the Maryland fans out there tuning in. We appreciate all your support this year through all of our technical difficulties and issues that we had throughout our broadcast. We appreciate all of your support throughout this season. It's been a fantastic year, and I'm very excited for next year. I'll be handing things off to Matt Fusillo, be taking over the Maryland Hockey Network, and you'll find Terps Hockey back there next season starting in September. But we appreciate all your support if you tuned in for every game or just 1 minute. It was a blessing, and we thank everybody for all their kind words and well wishes when they saw us at all the games this year.
Yeah, I mean, it really wouldn't be a season without the people that watched us, right? So thank everyone for their support. It's been a long season, but a very enjoyable season. All of us, the entire team, we've had great memories this year with the team. And we congratulate the Rider Bronx on their win today, moving into the second round. We thank James Witherite, as you said, for giving us the call today.
So that'll do it for us here for our day one coverage of the MACH playoffs. We'll be back tomorrow for the 2 semifinal games, which will be the Liberty Flames will go up against the Penn State University Ice Lions, and the Rowan Profs will play the Rider Bronx in an all-New Jersey semifinal. Both those games starting at 2 and 2:15 respectively. We hope to see you here on Delaware Hockey Night. But for my partner Matt Fusillo, my name is Mark McClure. For our producer James Witherite, assistant producer Joe Sintoni, we thank you so much for tuning in and wishing you a pleasant rest of your day/night from New Jersey. Goodbye for now, and we hope to see you again real soon.